Okay, welcome ladies and gentlemen to the third game in the round of 16 at the FnaticRaidCall Invitational. We have CoCa against Noblesse. This is the first game of the best of three to the bottom left of the map. In the blue colors, our Zerg player starting for the Slayers team. It is CoCa, and his opponent to the top right in the red color is the Terran player for MVP, the stand-in for, well, Jakji, who could not make it today. It is MVP Noblesse. Well, today there was the GSTL war going on between Incredible Miracle and NS Hosteo, so I think that that Jakji and Sage and all the others are probably celebrating now, and that's why we have MVP Noblesse here. And thank you very much to the MVP team and of course to Noblesse as well, that they were able to on short notice to make sure that Noblesse would be able to play today and tomorrow, which is kind of awesome. I love it. At the same time, CoCa, well, there's a lot to say about CoCa. He forfeited a spot in the GSL because there was a little bit of a scandal going on, and it was quite a while ago. There was a lot of trouble because of it. But CoCa, he started playing now once again. CoCa and well, Ghost King, they were really humble about it, apologized to the community, apologized to the fans. Both of them have made appearances in the GSL since then, and now we have CoCa playing here at the FnaticRaidCall Invitational and starting with his hatch first. He played very well, as I already mentioned, in his first game when we saw him play against FXO in the GSTL. He did not win the match though, but he played really a great game, and I love to see his style. He's an amazing player, and even though I said it at the GSTL cast already, I would not name it as one of the top 5 Zergs, because I think that players like, for example, Lenok, Lucky, Nesty and a few others are still ahead of him, but he is definitely one of the best Zergs in Korea. Maybe not top 5, but definitely amongst the top 10. And this is quite something. And well, he can certainly improve. He can just show that he is on one level with the players that I just named, and prove me wrong. I would actually be happy to see him do so, because he is an amazing guy and an amazing player. And now we have him face Noblesse, which is another TVZ for us, and we already have one barracks. There's the expansion for Noblesse right now. One barracks into expand at the same time, as you can already see in the main base, the first refinery being built. And the Overlord, trying to trap the Overlord with a Marine. And this is also the reason why we sometimes have a little bit of a weird building placement. There's stuff that you can pull off, for example, with the barracks that we've seen on Metropolis. If you have one of those abyss situations, you can just place down a barracks, build a Marine, fly over, build another one, and then trap an Overlord. It's something that we've seen on Metropolis, not really on Daybreak. It usually doesn't work out all that well. But for now, we have already CoCa a Roach Run very early in the game at 18. And this reminds me a little bit of a strategy that we've seen in the KSL yesterday, when Fnatic Song was able to take down Kuni Ho with a very, very strong Roach attack. This might be exactly kind of a strategy that we are going to see right now. Lings and Marines battling it out in the middle of the map, and those Marines get the better of it. One Marine is surviving. That's the only thing that is going to be. And there are 3 Roaches, 4. It's going to be interesting to see how many exactly he's going to build. A very, very early Roach attack. Yeah, you can see here we have 1 reactor, but he doesn't even have Hellions. And be reminded, he does not have Marines. He only has 1. There is 1 Marine and 1 bunker, but the Roaches can definitely get in there. He's only building 4 of them. In order to kill an SCV with 1 shot, you need 3 Roaches. That's exactly what you need. 3 Roaches, and then you can one-shot SCV. So just going in here with the Roaches will enable him to put a lot of pressure onto Noblesse, and he's droning up behind it. So it's not an all-in by any means. This is not a full-on attack. He's not following it up with some kind of Ling attack or whatever, but he is just trying to put on the pressure to make sure that Noblesse is punished if he plays greedy, that there's just no way that the Terran player is getting the better end of it. And just look at it. There's the first Hellion. That's a problem, that the first Roach was a little bit too far off, so he could not really take this down. There's only 1 Marine. Just walk by. You can walk by. You can't just walk past this. The SCVs are in the bunker trying to repair now, but he's losing a ton of mining time. And yep, here we go. One hitting the SCVs, one hitting them, taking down another one, and killing. Oh, needs to be careful here. Taking down another one, and this is exactly what he needs to do here. He can actually just try to walk up the ramp. There's only one Marine. There's no reason not to get aggressive here, but he's retreating now with his roaches, which is a little bit odd. There are 4 Hellions on the way, but at the same time he already has 2 Queens in position. He's getting a third one. He's getting Zerglings. I don't think he should retreat with those. I think this is a mistake. I think this is a mistake. With good positioning, he will be able to take down these Hellions, even though losing a few of his drones, he could defend against this. If I was him, I would actually just have pulled all the drones into the main base, blocked with the Queens, so that the Hellions would not get into the base, and at the same time waited for the Zerglings. But what he does right now, it does not make sense to me. It really doesn't make sense. I think there's a wrong decision that he makes here. You already lost 12 harvesters, and what for? No, no. He didn't play this well. The only thing that he needed to do, just to come back at it, pull all the drones, get them into the main base. He would be heavily oversaturated, which doesn't really pose a problem at this point. Double block the ramp. Wait for the third Queen, wait for the Zerglings that he was building, and then just push out, kill the Hellions, and resaturate the expansion. At the same time, stay in here with the 4 roaches, maybe even try to walk past this, walk up the ramp, and at this point, as you can see, the bunker is not in a position where he can reach the ramp, so he would have been able to attack one of those supply depots. Noblesse might even have missed to lift the supply depot, then he can go into the main base, but in case that he would just completely shut off this, then he could have attacked the supply depot, forced him to repair with SCVs and snipe SCVs while he's defending his main base. But as it is, we had Noblesse just running by, taking down 12 harvesters, which is obviously a huge upset here for CoCa. And now the Zerg trying to establish a third base. He's getting double evolution chamber. We have him with double upgrades. There's also 53 harvesters against 47. And at this point in time, I just realized that actually the floor heating was turned on, which I think is awesome because my feet are now really, really warm, and it is so cozy. But focusing on StarCraft 2 again, we have the Baneling Nest now as a precaution as well, and CoCa is just spreading his creep right now, and guys, I've been casting so many games in the last 4 days that I really kind of lose track on exactly who played a different specific strategy. But I might be mistaken here, but I think it was CoCa who actually pulled the Overlord trick off, or the Overlord creep style, where you can see that he has an amazing creep spread already. We are 11 minutes in the game and just look at him, but I think he was the one who researched the speed for the Overlords and then just positioned Overlords all across the map and used one Queen in order to place tumors down where the Overlords just dropped creep, and I think that was just amazing. So I would love to see him do something like this again. But this is Daybreak, this is not a Mega Shipyard where you have to rely a lot more on creep, but obviously it's quite important here as well. But yeah, look at the minimap. Look at the minimap and just have a look at how amazingly well he currently spreads his creep. This is kinda crazy. But Noblesse is on 3 bases too. He is on 3 bases. He has 60 harvesters, which is a lot, especially with 3 mules. And as you can see, in the main base we have more and more upgrades. He's now just going for the medivacs, which will obviously give him a lot more safety. He's trying to go for the combat shield, and this is developing in a really, really long meta game. And at this point, when the players suddenly just completely divide the map into 2 parts, there's also the position where, for example, if the Zerg player expands here in the very late stage of the game, and we might see nukes, you can nuke this position from over here. You can just place down a nuke and always attack the mineral line. You won't be able to attack the hatch or take it down, but you can deny mining, and this is just so important in the later stages, especially with CoCa now getting a 4th base. This might definitely be something that we are going to see. We already have Noblesse on 142 supply, Hive Tech, Pathogen Glands, Borrow +2/+2 for CoCa at this point, and a 2-flank attack by Noblesse, just trying to stim in here, taking down creep tumors, which is so important, so that Zerg is not able to delay your attacks, and at the same time you always feel a little bit uncomfortable fighting on creep when you're a Terran player. It's really scary because the Zerg speed advantage is really something that you have to consider, and of course he has vision as well. Now trying to get in there at the same time, dropping into the main base, at least trying to. The drop was repelled, but now we have the Banelings here too. The Queen is dead, but the rest of the drop has to retreat. Once again trying to use the second force. He split his army and he's controlling it so well. He's controlling it so well, taking down Lings, nice stutter step, and he can retreat as soon as the Banelings come into play. That's what he does, but losing a fair amount of his Marines nonetheless. Losing some of his Marines. And to the top left, here's Noblesse with the second force, healing every single unit. He's on 1-1 upgrades, going for +2/+2 as well. So the upgrade battle is even now. Both of them with the same amount of upgrades. And CoCa with the tech for Ultralisks. Something that I don't really like, but he's going for the Spire as well. If he's actually going to get both and mixes up, then this will turn out to be quite a nice strategy. So most players decide to just go for one of those tanks. And once again, just look at how he is going in here with his units, with his small drop attempt, taking down a Queen. Once again, he's just trying to be everywhere. But now there's the fungal. He needs another one though. Oh, misses the second fungal. The dropships get attacked. At the bottom we have another attack with the siege tank trying to force him back. The two medivacs have not been killed. Well, one of them has. The other one is on 19 hit points. And here comes CoCa going in, trying to punish Noblesse. The first few Ultralisks are building now. The Spire is not done just yet. And in the main base, just have a quick look at how many barracks he actually has. So many barracks with reactors. And of course also the tech lab, so you can go for the Marauders. And wow, we can talk about the tech switching just a little bit. But there are Lings everywhere. He's trying to open up a few flanks. The thing that CoCa is doing now is he's going for the Spire, he will upgrade to the Greater Spire, and he's forcing Marauders. With all these Ultralisks, the Terran player is going for Marauder play, and as soon as the Broodlords hit, the thinking of CoCa is like, okay, I'm switching into a Broodlords at some point, and then Noblesse might not be in a position where he can when he can defend against airplay. But Noblesse is so smart right now. He is not only making sure that he's able to defend against Ultralisks with all these Marauders that he's building. No, this guy has actually just built 2 additional starports. So even if there are suddenly Broodlords, then he will just produce a ton of Vikings. He already started Viking production. So a very, very interesting game here by him. 2,300 minerals for CoCa, moving in right now. It's nice, stopping through the tanks in their tracks. We have another drop to the left side of the map, but now we have the main battle here at the expansion. Beautiful fungals, awesome fungals, wow, but CoCa has been thrown back by the Spire Ball. To the left we have a few Marines so far. Noblesse was not able to capitalize on the Marines that were roaming free on the Zergs, the third base, but now the drop gets taken, not quite taken down, but at least repelled for now. Upgrades, we still don't see Adrenaline Glands, which is a bit sad. And wow, this game is it's just like a fist fight. Both of them without defense, kind of just punching each other in the face. And who will be able to endure this for the longest time? To the top left, finally the drop has been taken down. The Medivac still survives on 19 hit points. Lings everywhere. Planetary is ready. The third base being defended. The bunker. And the sensor tower in the middle of the map, obviously so awesome here for Noblesse. He sees everything, and at this point it's going to be a really tough battle. I would not be surprised to see a Ghost Academy very soon in order to see some muting going on, and of course also have something in order to EMP the infestors. Once again the fungals hit home, and Noblesse is losing supply. Resources lost at this point, 10,000 for CoCa and 7,000 for Noblesse. Trying to drop once again with the dropship. Now the switch to the Broodlords. We already have a few Vikings. He has 5 in total. The Broodlords won't have an easy time here. But this is just getting so much pressure. He's just pressuring CoCa over and over again. Broodlords, Ultralisks. The upgrades on a 2 armor, 3 attack. He needs more upgrades. At the same time, the +3 attack armor upgrade is going to be researched for Noblesse. We have him with additional command centers, and this is exactly what he's going to do now. He already has a ton of minerals, so what can you do as a Terran player? You just can make additional command centers, you go for orbital commands, and as soon as you do, you just have the mules, and you rely more and more on mules, and you sack your SCVs. You only keep like 20 SCVs, and suddenly you can still remain functional, and you have so much more supply that you can put into army supply. The Queen's been taken down. Oh, very nice drop here. CoCa actually spotting it quite late, and Marines with 3 and 3 are brilliant. He even takes down the Corruptor upon realizing that he might not be able to escape with his medivacs, in order to ensure that he's getting away, but the fungal puts an end to it. Another drop at the top. Wow, everywhere. Noblesse is everywhere at the same time, and CoCa is struggling here. He is struggling quite a bit. The 2 medivacs, they are able to get away, and once again dropping, trying to dodge the Queen. Noblesse is playing this so well. This is so impressive. This is really impressive. And another drop, but look a little bit at the medivac. He should have repaired it. This is really, really kind of scary. Everywhere. This is an insane game. Look at the bank for these guys. 3,000 minerals for Noblesse, 1,000 gas, and CoCa is not looking too bad either, even though he can't keep up with the Terran player. A drop in the main base getting repelled by the Ultralisk. At the same time, the top left is killed, and here are the 3 Ghost Academies. Exactly the style that I talked about earlier. He's going for the nukes now. He's going for ghosts and nukes. We will see the Mobius reactor, and of course also personal cloaking. He's taking it a step further, but we might not even see it, as Noblesse is just trying to bait CoCa into attacking. Another drop, taking down another Queen. He is relentless. He is relentless. The hatch dies. The Queen is surviving, but this does not help him at all. He has to rebuild 2 of his bases at the same time to the bottom right. Actually not even using the perfect position for the planetary, but he doesn't give a shit. He's like, yeah, well, whatever, what you gonna do? I have enough SCVs, I have the mules as well, I don't really care all that much. So here are the SCVs, and here's the personal cloaking, here's the Mobius reactor, the first few nukes are building, another attack at the top. Oh my god, way too many tanks attacking here. I'm not even sure if he did this on purpose or it was a mistake, but yeah, the Zerg is losing unit after unit. Just look at the minerals. Only 400 left for CoCa, both of them on roughly 200 supply, but all these drops, they definitely do a lot of damage, and this is something that over time CoCa will not be able to endure. He has to rebuild his spawning pool now, and he is building a second spire? Was the spire? Yeah, the spire apparently was killed in the back with the last drop that we've just seen the end of it. And at the same time now we have the +1 armor upgrade for the air units, but look at these Vikings. There are a ton of them. Now already 15 Vikings against 20 Corrupted though. And yeah, well, one single Ultralisk against all those tanks is not gonna happen, buddy. He needs more Corruptors and he knows it. The army supply is now 138 against 116. And here they are, upgrades 0-0. What about the Vikings? They are on 0-0 upgrades as well. Will he be able to win the air battle? Well, actually with the Infestors he just might. He needs to keep out of the outside of the range of the siege tanks though. That's the crucial thing. He needs to stay outside of the range of those siege tanks if he wants to use the fungal. Noblesse, are you really going to lose this with 3,000 minerals and 2,000 gas? Slowly but steadily, he is losing his base, but there is the nuke is going off right now. We'll come back to this in a second. Here's the air battle, and we have the fungals. The fungals are available. He's retreating right now, and he is completely forced back. And here comes the nuke. Boom! Doing a lot of damage. CoCa dropping to 150 supply. More fungals going off, but the air battle will be won by Noblesse. He's going to pull it off. CoCa is dropping down to 115 supply. Noblesse with 180 and still on 2,000 minerals and gas. Another nuke being used at the top left. This is getting insane, and Noblesse now carrying the momentum into the heart of the Zerg's side of the map. Another nuke hits home, denies mining, takes down the spine crawlers, and here he is in position, not even bothering with killing the tree tumors. He's going for the expansions right away, taking down Overlord after Overlord. Expansion and drone dying to the huge attack by Noblesse, claiming victory in this first game at the RaidCall Invitational round of 16.